Hi, my name is Julia Ellen, and today I'm going to talk to you about sexual harassment and the Me Too movement across the globe. What is sexual harassment? It is the uninvited, unwelcome, verbal or physical behavior of sexual nature, which is especially seen in powers of authority, where we see students and employees. Why should you care? Every single person on this earth has the risk of being able to see the issues and see the personal effects of this issue in their lives. I personally have never seen the impacts of this issue, but I know that I am also at risk. And so it is my responsibility to learn and educate not only myself, but others of this issue so that we can be prepared for when it is or could come. Sexual abuse is an issue that needs to find its solution. This solution is beginning to be found through the Me Too movement, which has circulated the globe to bring awareness to the issue. I will first discuss the history and background of this issue, and then I will talk about how it has impacted Canada and then Pakistan. I will now talk about the background. Catherine A. McKinnon wrote a book called Butterfly Politics, which an excerpt of which was posted in The Atlantic, and I accessed this article on June 12th. The Me Too movement was the very first mass movement against sexual abuse. It started because of a change in legislation. It began in America, but then was easily moved throughout the world across the globe to bring to the world's attention. This is a protest in London, and then one in France, Jerusalem, and then Germany. While we see these protests, there are also other movements, such as Argentina's Time's Up, Egypt's The First Time I Got Harassed, and Japan's With You movement. These have helped to depict the issues of sexual abuse and harassment and show that this is a violation of human rights, but it is also an inequality issue. Social media is driving most of these movements. It is used to show that I too, if I were to use this hashtag and someone were to share their story through this hashtag, it's saying that they relate that they too have felt this experience and they want to share their personal experience to progress the movement. I will now talk about the impacts on Canada. There are many different perspectives to this issue, some positive and some negative, which I was able to see through this article. Lindsay E. Williamson wrote an academic journal which was posted on EBSCOhost, and I accessed this on June 12th. It was a study on undergraduates in Canada, which used a questionnaire where they asked things such as their religious affiliation and their sexual relationships, and if they had ever been in a romantic relationship without sexual relations. While that is important, this is the most important part. They also asked to mark any type of relationship they had ever had in their entire life. These could range from a lifetime partner to a one-night stand to a non-consensual sexual encounter. We are able to see that 6 out of 56 participants in this study have experienced non-consensual sexual encounters. That is 10.7%. That is way too many. While we were able to see these perspectives and statistics, there were also many personal opinions that were stated, which were generalized and stated in the end of the article. Many have believed that this has helped raise awareness about sexual assault. Others believe that it encouraged individuals to share experiences and normalized having those conversations that are sometimes tough to have. Others said that some social media was used and it was important. However, they believed that some messages were being seen as problematic and causing blame to be seen on the victims. Some believed that social media does not reach a very important group and that it also needs to not only be on social media, but also having those tough conversations one-on-one. Some believe that there are false accusations being brought up. And lastly, some believe that this is not an inclusive movement and that it is mainly female-run and focused. This shows that this is moving through Canada and it's not just a United States issue. It shows that it is a real problem and that there are many different opinions, most of which are positive, but some are negative. This position and this issue need more time to see a real difference. I will now talk about the impact on Pakistan. This is a picture from a movement and protest in Pakistan. And while this is a protest, the movement in Pakistan is very, very social media based. The Daily Times in Lahore, Pakistan, posted on Gale in Context on June 11th, talked about a seminar done by the Women's Collective. This discussed some of the issues that we're talking about today. One speaker stated that the purpose of the movement was not only to put blame on the oppressor and protect the victims, but also to educate. Another speaker believes that it is just as important as it is to use online, it is also important to have those one-on-one conversations. And lastly, the last speaker believed that females in Pakistan need to use this platform in order to push their issues in feminist discourse. This seminar shows that all aspects of this movement are important. As you can see, it is important to make sure that the issue of sexual assault is brought to light not only in the media, but especially in the atmosphere of Pakistan. Sexual harassment and the Me Too movement are very important. And the Me Too movement is seen not only in Canada, but also in Pakistan. And I hope that whenever you see or an issue is seen with abuse and sexual harassment and sexual assault, that you will remember it is so much more than that simple definition that we started with. Thank you.